And we're back. I'm Vanessa Lagoa, and you're watching Life Rewritten on Now Media Television. Welcome to Life Rewritten, where real stories spark real transformation. Sometimes life might make you feel like you're stuck in a bad chapter, but the good news is you can always rewrite your own story. Today we have Noura Almasri, an amazing woman who is a leader, who is somebody who has dedicated her life to giving back. And I am honored to be speaking with you today. So welcome, Noura.
Thank you for having me, Vanessa. It's my pleasure to be here on your show. And congratulations for the show. I'm so very excited to listen to you and watch you every week.
Thank you so much. Likewise.
Thanks.
Noura, I love speaking with other women who have dedicated themselves to giving back to others. So, can you tell us first, what is the most important thing that drives your life and your business and your personal life?
Sure. So it's always the mission, like the purpose behind it. When I started my career, I really didn't feel like I like anything I'm doing because I did not find the purpose behind anything. Until I started working with nonprofits, I loved it and I did not know why. I thought that I like working with nonprofit. I love working with nonprofit because I'm originally from Syria, and when the Syrian revolution started it back in 2011, I found myself there in nonprofits. So for a longest period of time, I thought it's nonprofits. But then when I started my business back in 2021 and started noticing that really helping other business owners, other entrepreneurs to live up their dream, to be able to provide to their family, that was always also fulfilling me and giving me purpose. So technically, I came to a conclusion like, okay, you don't have to be a nonprofit to love what you're doing, to give back, or to find the purpose. It's really, you can find the purpose with anything because there is no service if there's no need for it. There's no product if there's no need for it. So you're providing a benefit wherever you are, being a mom, being a father, being a friend, being an entrepreneur, being a service provider, whatever that you're doing. If you find the purpose behind it, the why, you'll be giving back. Like, and you will find yourself. Most people who are really successful, they find themselves giving more than they will take. So technically you have to take a compensation on your service, or especially if you're in business. So but if you are giving more than you take, technically the value you're providing, you're making your client or customer feeling better, or uh, they can trust you. You took the burden away from them. So all of that, that means that you're giving more. So you're giving more even when you are compensated. So it's not only when you're giving something for free, it's you are not compensated. Also, sometimes you're taking compensation, but you still can be giving in that because you're providing so much more value than you're getting paid.
Right. One of my favorite quotes that I sort of live my life by is that you need to be living in purpose on purpose.
I love that.
And yeah, I love that because it reminds us that, there's a reason for what we're doing. And if we're living, purposefully, we're always giving back. And it sounds like that's something that you're doing. So you started your career off in the corporate world, is that correct?
Correct.
Correct. And you were just not feeling fulfilled. You were not feeling, did you feel like you had a job and a career, but not
Mhm.
something that was aligned with what was important to you?
Yeah, I didn't know. I went to school, to business school, because I just went to business school. I didn't have any purpose behind it. I didn't know what I'm gonna do with it. And then when I moved to America, I became a single mom very early on. I was 25 years old, and I had to get a job, full-time job. So to provide to my family. That was the only purpose behind it. But I didn't really feel like what's behind the service itself, what I'm doing, how is that impacting others people's life? How is that? So I didn't feel like there's any fulfillment in that. Like I just wanted to do my job and go back to my kids to be able to provide to them, to keep the custody and to provide for myself. That's the only thing, the only reason I was working. but I really hated it, my job, because I just didn't find the purpose behind it.
Yeah. So, can you tell us a little bit about your journey from living in Syria to coming to the United States? And I can imagine that there were some serious struggles there. You said you were a single mom. You needed
Mhm.
to, I assume, learn the language and the culture. So, can you tell us what life was like then?
Absolutely. So when I came here, I came out of excitement. Like I got married to my ex-husband, which is my kid's father. And we got married after our wedding with 2 days, 3 days. We moved to America because he was doing his residency here. He's a medical doctor. So I came with him, and then um, we stayed less than 3 years together. I had two kids at that time very quickly. So, and then we got divorced like with less than 3 years. And I found myself alone. I found myself like not able to pay the rent. At that time, I didn't even have a work permit. That was very difficult to
Right.
to do anything because I graduated straight, came here, and then there's no work permit. There's no way to find a job. And it wasn't my priority because I just had two babies and did not have any family here. So it's not that easy to take care of them. So when I found myself, okay, now we're going through the divorce, we got separated, and I have to care about the kids, go to court, and find a job, and then make sure I am taking care of my kids and myself. It was quite a journey, but it was a great journey. It was sad. It did not sound great when I was going through it, of course.
Right.
It felt terrible. But now looking back, I know I did not regret any part of it because that what made me me right now. Otherwise,
Yes.
I would be just, maybe I don't know where I'd be. I would be just like living just ordinary life. Like I feel now my life has much more excitement, has more fulfillment. I am a lot more stronger. My kids are a lot more stronger because of that as well.
Well, our greatest struggles and our greatest pain often become our purpose. And it
Mhm.
looks like you have certainly integrated, your what's important to you into your business and into your life. So when we come back from our commercial break, I hope we can go a little bit more into what it is that you do and how you give back. So stay tuned and we'll be right
We'll be
back.
right back with more stories of resilience and renewal. This is Life Rewritten on Now Media Television.